Well, hello there, wiggers and niggers. Kind of in the dark here, aren't I? Natural light. Anyway, wiggers and niggers. So, the way I figured is New York is cooked. Not that I give a fuck about New York, because I personally think it's a fucking shithole. But it's cooked, man. First they elect this guy, Mamdani, which comes from a rich family, in case you don't know. But he's advocating that the government pay for everything, and everybody's like, yay! Okay, you look throughout history, none of this has worked. I don't know, every time this happens, people fall for it, I don't know. The poor people, the stupid, the ill-educated, you know, the we do nothing crowd, those idiots, always fall for it. I don't know how people can be dumb over and over again throughout history, but they can be, apparently. So socialism's never worked. I mean, you take Venezuela, it looked great at first. You know, the government seized production of the supermarkets and everything else. And, oh, yay, we're going to give this to the people. We're going to give that to the people. And then they were eating cats and dogs and waiting in line for, you know, toilet paper. Because that's what the fuck happens. Now, Margaret Thatcher, which used to be the, otherwise known as the Iron Lady, used to be the Prime Minister of England, way better than the lump of shit that they have now, you know, said socialism works great. Socialism is great till you run out of other people's money. Which is true. You're just taking other people's money. And at that, socialism is always, in case the niggas out there haven't had an education, socialism is pre-communism, is what it is. It always slides into communism. These people, in my opinion, the people that just got elected, they primaried for Congress, one's a Muslim, again, in my opinion, if you were not born here, you should not be able to run for anything besides dog catcher. We need to change these laws. You get these soft assholes who kill, oh, it's un American. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Because people do not have allegiance to this country. These Somalians, they have allegiance to their shithole over there. They're creating fraud over here and sending it over there. They don't care about this country. They look at it as a fucking piggy bank with their big, like, Star Trek deformed heads and shit. These people have to go. In my opinion, you could say it's Islamophobia. Sure, I don't give a fuck. Islamophobia, homophobia, I don't give a fuck. These people gotta go. We should not allow any Muslims in this country. That they're not compatible with the West and our values. They should not be allowed in this country. Much less run for office in New York. So, you get these people in New York and they get elected, or they won the primary, to challenge for the, you know, seat in Congress. And they're supposedly declared socialists, but in my opinion, they're just flat out communists. They're communists. Just like Fidel Castro was a communist. Oh, it's gonna be great! Now the island's a shithole and they can't get toilet paper. And that place was a paradise at one time. Cuban women have some good booties, let me tell you. But look, it's a shithole. Communism ruins everything, and so does socialism. Just ask Venezuelans. Oh yeah, it's great! That country was so rich, had so much oil underneath. Now they're trying to eat cats and dogs. They can't even get food. This Mamdani, this asswipe, is talking about a government supermarket. They will run out of shit so fast, it's not even funny. They're going to limit what stuff can be sold for, and then the people that produce it can't get paid well enough to make it, so this is what's going to happen. And they're going to run out of shit, and they're not going to be able to get shit. That thing will close in less than a year, and it will run out. So, you know, you get Speaker Johnson up there, and he goes, wow, they cheat in the election. Well, yeah, we know they cheat. They do. But that's not the bigger problem, dipshit. These people just don't get it. Until you fix the economy, it'd give these younger people, one, a better education. I had this one person at fucking at one of the jobs where I work at, my second job. They probably think socialism's great. Probably, if you ask them, oh, it's great because you know what it means. And then you ask them who Mussolini was, and they don't even fucking know. They don't even know who the fuck Mussolini was. How the fuck could you? I never heard of him. You gotta. Their education is so bad. This one chick is so stupid. It's not even funny. Just not even funny. Knows nothing. Mommy pays for everything, knows nothing. So you gotta understand, one, if you don't fix their education and teach civics also in school, they don't understand what socialism is, what it really is. They don't understand the failures of it in history because they don't know history. And three, they come out of school with a bad education and there's no jobs for them. And houses are $500,000 for a 2-bedroom house. You know, in my day, it was $70,000. Now it's $500,000. They gotta fix that. You need more affordable. You need more affordability so they can move out of mom and dad's house eventually. And you know, some of it. These kids are stupid. They're really fucking dumb because I work with some of them, and some of them are so fucking stupid. It's fucking incredible. I could fill a shot glass full of their knowledge and still have plenty of room to pour a shot in there. They know nothing. They're dumb as fuck, but they're really confident in themselves and their ability to something. I don't know, but they're fucking stupid. So, one, you gotta change their education. Two, you gotta teach them with socialism. Three, you gotta fix the economy so that when these kids come out, if they do know something, they can get a job that pays for the basics. A car, at least an apartment to start out in, a little starter house or condo or something, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, you know, whatever to start. A car, they can't keep living with their parents until they're 40. Now, some of them are really fucking stupid, but others, I looked at it and I think to myself, it's not entirely their fucking fault. Not entirely. Because I'm working 2 jobs now. I used to work 1. You didn't see this shit creep up, but it did. Stuff is so unaffordable now. It's unfucking believable what shit costs. And people just go, oh, it's your fault. It's not my fault. I'm working my ass off. And it's not their fault either. It is their fault that they're stupid. They don't pick up a book. But it's not their fault that they're not getting paid. You know, they come out of college, some of them, the ones that's smart enough to go, and they can't get a job in their field. And then down the road, you got the AI problem. Their jobs aren't going to exist. So of course they're going to look to this and go, oh, socialism. Well, I can't afford a house. I can't afford to move out. Well, they're going to make things better for me. Which they're not, but these kids are grasping at straws and they're stupid. So if you won't fix the education issue and the economy to make stuff affordable for young people like it used to be in the 50s and so forth, in the 60s and even 70s, if you don't make stuff affordable for them when they graduate, what system do you think they're going to choose? Morons! They've got to fix the economy and the education system. These should be 2 primary things in this country. Because young people, they're coming out dumb as fuck, and they're also coming out with no opportunities. And looking down the road, AI is going to take a lot of jobs. They don't have any opportunities for a long time. My job, at least one of my jobs, I would say is probably safe for at my age for the rest of my career. Young people, I'm not sure. But working on vehicles and stuff, you still, like, you know, we use equipment now. We use tablets, you know. So it's not AI, but we use gadgets, but we need to know how to use the tablets, and then we need to know how to fix the problem when the tablet says it's this code, you know, an evap code or whatever, or a TPMS sensor or whatever. We need to know how to fix it, replace that and program it. So AI could tell you that, but until it gets integrated with robots, it can do every little thing. And that's a ways down the road. And for some careers, it will, depending on the career and what the robot has to do, it's going to come faster than others. So for me, I'm probably okay for, you know, at my age for a while. If I was 20, I might be a little bit more concerned. But in the nutshell, you gotta fix, one, the education system. So these people know what the fuck socialism is, and they know who Mussolini was. And they don't even know people in history. Oh, Trump's Hitler, you know, and you start asking them about these other people in World War II, they never heard him, but they heard of Hitler. He was a bad person. You know, they're so fucking dumb. It is unbelievable. They are so stupid. I told you, this one girl, where you start talking to her, Jesus Christ, they made this young chick a fucking some sort of supervisor? You're dumb as a stone. Just not that bright. So, you gotta understand, if they don't fix the education system and they don't fix the economy and make it more affordable for young people, they come out with crushing debt and then they can't even afford to pay it off. Well, of course they're not gonna move out of mom and dad's house. They can't. So I can't blame them fully, all of them. I get it. I don't have the problem, but they gotta make stuff more affordable. Bar none. They gotta make shit more affordable. Houses shouldn't be $500,000. That house should be like $75,000. You know, tops. That ain't a $500,000 home. When I was growing up, that would be a mansion on the water. Now it's a little like shitbox house. I'm like, that's not, no. Cut it. That's not doing it. People can't afford that. And they gotta cut stuff out. You know, these prices keep going up because people from up north come down. They keep voting Democratic. They ruin their state. Now they come down here and they start gobbling up real estate, offering outrageous prices for stuff so they can get it, and they jack up the prices. Also, corporations start buying houses. That needs to be illegal. You know, more than two people, an entity should not be able to buy a residential house. They jack up the prices, then rent it out, and then they package that and sell it as some sort of package on the stock market. They shouldn't be able to do that. These things are jacking up prices of homes. This shit needs to stop so that young people can get into this, because they don't see any other alternative but to vote socialist, which is really communist, and they don't even know. I had one dumb chick when I worked at Walmart when I was in automotive school. No, I'm a communist! And she had different color hair and zits on her face and stuff, you know, the typical type. Nose pierced. Yeah, every stereotype. She had it all. And she goes, well, do you know what communism means? See, communism means, and she starts giving me the definition. And I'm like, do you know it hasn't worked? And it's killed millions upon millions of people? Oh, it's same thing. Well, it's not democratic communism. See, they didn't do it right. It's never going to be done right, stupid. This fat chick named Morgan, she was disgusting. She also thought it was appropriate to take only one shower a week to conserve water. She looked like she was just filming all the time. It's gross. Is it one shower a week? Sweetheart, this isn't a communist shithole. Go take a fucking shower. God. So you gotta understand, if you don't fix the education and you don't fix the economy so that they have opportunities, they're gonna keep voting this way. And we're going to have more socialists, and then communists, and on and on and on. And the whole country's going to go into a shithole. So this is what they need to focus on. But New York should be a warning at this point. New York's already a shithole. It's going to be like, in 5 years, you won't even recognize the place. It'll be a shithole. I don't want to go anywhere near it. It's not that big of a deal. Seriously, just get me the fuck away from it. I will stay right down here. Thank you. So anyway, remember, it's not all of them, but it's always them.